Hello and welcome to That Park Plays. You know, it's pretty rare that we actually record a story and then an update to that story actually comes out minutes later, but that's exactly what happened in this case. Let's watch what happened in real time as this story was developing and see whether or not the dreams of wrestling fans all over the world do come true.
Our friend Theme Park Wizard in the chat is saying that imminently, possibly today, he said in 15 minutes, possibly even, we are going to get confirmation of that Park Place exclusive scoop from January that there will be a WWE house at Halloween Horror Nights this year.
Yes. Why don't you go ahead and go into that a little bit, Marvin? We have a little bit of time on our hands.
Yeah, so
this was one of the first scoops that you, I think, brought to the fore for That Park Place.
I had an ironclad source close to the situation that told me that there was going to be a house based on the WWE's Wyatt 6, which is a stable and the Bray Wyatt character kind of in general. And that is going to be coming to Halloween Horror Nights this year. And now suddenly all of the wrestling news sites are reporting it as like their sources are saying it. I'm like, come on, That Park Place said it 6 months ago. Right. We are gonna, hopefully we're gonna see that today. It would be it will be the second WWE house in the history of Halloween Horror Nights. There was an Undertaker Decade of Destruction house back in the early 2000s. But I mean, if you look at like the video of that, because WWE did like a video thing on it, it's Halloween Horror Nights has come a long way from the early 2000s. I can't wait to see what they do.
I can't wait to see it either. When you wrote that article, I was like, wow, what does a WWE house actually look like for?
Well, if you look at the characters involved, you'll quickly see what it would be like.
I see. This January 15th, 2025 by Marvin Montenaro, exclusive WWE's Wyatt 6 house at Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights. Rumor confirmed right there. I'll go ahead and read a little bit of it. Halloween Horror Nights fans, get ready to rumble. Literally, that Park Place can exclusively confirm a major rumor that's been swirling around HHN enthusiasts. According to trusted sources close to Universal Studios, a haunted house themed around WWE's eerie faction, the Wyatt 6, is indeed slated for Halloween Horror Nights 34 coming fall 2025. This marks a thrilling collaboration between Universal and WWE, a partnership not seen in over 2 decades. Man, that is really interesting.
Now, NBC and WWE have a long-standing partnership going back decades. But yes, as far as theme park attractions, it's been about 20 years.
I see. Okay, that's where that kind of connection comes from there. I mean,
theme park was saying. The theme park was just said, hearing the Orlando house will blow people away, while Hollywood's not so much due to a budget cut. So,
rats.
But Orlando is also a hotbed for WWE. A lot of WWE wrestlers actually live in Orlando because the WWE developmental system takes place in Orlando. So the Performance Center where they film NXT and all of that stuff, that is actually in Orlando. So a lot of them have moved down here when they got the developmental contracts and then just stayed. So it's actually not uncommon to see WWE wrestlers walking around the theme parks.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes a whole lot of sense right there. That is very intriguing. I actually did not know anything about that, but Marvin, I know you're very connected to the wrestling world, so I'm talking to an expert here. This is absolutely fantastic. Now, I mean, in terms of the size for a HHN experience, do you think this is going to be a significant maze? Do you think it's
I think it'll probably be one of the bigger IP houses of the year. WWE is very popular right now, and I think that a WWE theme park attraction I think is going to be something that people are going to flock to. Awesome. Fingers crossed that they announce it today, like TPW is saying.
Hey, Theme Park Wizard, he's got the sources.
He knows his stuff. Yeah, he knows his stuff. He's got his sources. So I'm eagerly watching my email.
And would you look at that? It would indeed appear that Theme Park Wizard reporting is spot on yet again. Here you go from That Park Place. Universal Studios unveils WWE Wyatt 6 haunted house for Halloween Horror Nights 2025. That Park Place exclusive report confirmed. Good stuff here by Marvin Montenaro, July 29, 2025. Universal Studios has officially announced WWE presents The Horrors of the Wyatt 6, a new haunted house set to debut at Halloween Horror Nights 2025, bringing the eerie world of WWE's most disturbing faction to life for horror enthusiasts and wrestling fans alike. This marks the first WWE-themed attraction at HHN in over 2 decades since Undertaker No Mercy House, and pays homage to the legacy of the late Bray Wyatt while immersing guests in a nightmarish realm of his spiritual successors. As this article details right here, Marvin was the very first to report on this all the way back in January, and now it has finally come true. What are the details? Well, we have them right here. If you scroll down in the official reveal, the haunted house is described as transporting visitors into the, quote, maniacal minds of the Wyatt Six, a 5-member group known for their dark, twisted personas that have quickly become one of WWE's most disruptive and chilling storylines. Guests will navigate through horrific domains ruled by each member. Uncle Howdy, portrayed by Bo Dallas, Bray Wyatt's real-life brother, Ramblin' Rabbit, Mercy the Buzzard, Abby the Witch, and Huskus the Pig. The experience also features the looming presence of The Fiend, Bray Wyatt's sadistic alter ego, lurking in the shadows as participants face, quote, bloody retribution from these abandoned nightmarish figures. WWE fans will recognize representations of the faction's real-life counterparts, including Eric Rowan, Dexter Loomis, Joe Gacy, and Nikki Cross, who embody these characters in ongoing WWE programming. Whoa, this is absolutely massive right here for WWE fans. I have my doubts whether or not this was actually going to come to fruition myself personally, because I couldn't see the vision. But hey, a lot of people who had a lot more knowledge and connections on the story were adamant that this was becoming a reality, and well, sure enough, it is here with us. But that brings us to HHN 2025 and the other editions that are on offer this year. With a complete roster now provided by Universal Studios, let's go ahead and tally up just what we can expect to experience this year at Halloween Horror Nights. So we have what? We have WWE. We have Five Nights at Freddy's, which has already been confirmed. We don't know yet
if that's a house. They just kind of said it's an experience.
That's true. That's a good point right there. Yeah.
So they haven't actually confirmed that it's a house yet, but we have Friday the 13th that has been confirmed as a house. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, but there's a lot of really cool original IP houses this year, like Norse mythology. There's one that's basically like Sid's room from Toy Story almost, where like you get chased by like mutilated dolls.
This is amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be. So we are going to be covering for that Park Place extensively Halloween Horror Nights this year, and we covered it a bit last year. But now that I'm sitting in the chair, we will be. It's going to be awesome.
Well, make sure you collect that B-roll for me, Marvin. We're going to need.
Don't worry. I got my frequent fear pass already, Vash, so I will be there probably every week.
Fantastic. That's awesome. The one I'm looking forward to is Fallout. Like Fallout is like the big
Fallout's a cool
franchise
But the thing I like about Halloween Horror Nights though is that they have learned that the original IP is the thing that people really seem to be enjoying lately. So they've really been putting a lot more effort into those original houses. They used to just be, whatever kind of throwaway. But like things like Little Boo came from original IP houses. The Pumpkin Lord came from an original IP house, and he was the host of the event a couple of years ago. Dr. Oddfellow came from original, IP. So it's going to be interesting to see who the host is going to be this year. It's usually an original character, but also, just seeing what kind of spawns out of like the tribute store was themed after a bat lady who was in the previous years one of the scare zones that everybody liked, that she just kind of went viral online, and so they themed the tribute store after her. I beyond love that. It's awesome the way they do that they actually listen to people, and that especially with HHN, like they're constantly doing those surveys.
It seemed like Universal's a little bit more in tune with its audience and what it wants, right? And you're probably looking at different departments that put on HHN separate from maybe like Universal Creative, right? But being so close to your audience in that regard, and understanding the kind of elements that people want to see, that people want to experience, I think gives them a unique edge. I think that Disney is kind of lost a little bit in recent years, but you can really see that on display, I think, most fully at HHN.
Yeah.
And that's super, super cool. Somebody's asking, Stern Shadow Do 2, will Fallout House be about the show, or will it include stuff from the games? From what I understand, it's going to be definitely show-driven, but if I remember,
it's show driven for the most part, from what we reported.
Yes. I did think they kind of like hinted at a lot of the stuff in the games actually featured, and of course the show takes inspiration from the game, so through that you're going to get a lot of game elements. But yeah, it's gonna be more show driven. That being said, though, come on, I mean it's Fallout. It's
It's kind of the inverse of what they did with the Last of Us was game driven, whereas this is going to be more show driven, I think. Also, they had announced Terrifier recently, so that's going to be. I'm not looking forward to going through that one, but I'm going to have to because I'm a completionist. But
well, it's the job, Marvin. That's what you got to do. You got to take one for the team right there.
It's going to be interesting to see what the best houses are this year, because last year I found that the best one was Goblin's Feast, which was an original. I did that one a lot. As much as it turned my stomach to go through it, it was a good one.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.